Guys, I'm at Delhi airport and I'm really excited for today's video because it's really special for me. So what I've done, I'm going to give you a bit of an explanation. I've boarded a flight from Bombay to Delhi at 6 o'clock in the evening. I've reached Delhi airport and I'm boarding the flight right back from Delhi to Bombay in the next 2 hours. I've not left the airport, I just transited through. And you're going to ask me, why did I do this bizarre thing? Why would I just take a flight like a joyride to Delhi? Let me tell you why. Because I think that this might just be one of the last few flights of the iconic Air India 747. And I found out yesterday that the Air India 747 is operating the Delhi-Bombay flight today at 10:30. So me and a couple of friends, we decided to do this flight. There are conflicting reports whether today is the last flight. There were some people that reported that it might be the last flight before retiring, whereas others saying no, and Air India issued a statement saying that no, it's not going to be retired, but for all practical purposes, this is possibly going to be one of the last few times, or maybe the last couple of months, where we are going to be able to fly the Air India 747 domestically. There's only one aircraft left that's doing this, and domestic flights, usually they operate to Saudi Arabia, so we can't really do those flights for a joyride. Hence, I decided to catch this slice of history before it retired. I got online last night, made a spontaneous decision and decided to come to Delhi just today to fly the Air India 747 one last time before it's retired. I'm not saying that this is the last flight, but it's among the last few flights. So I'm just sitting around here. I've got 2 hours more to go for my flight. I'm waiting for my friends and we're going to go on board. Hopefully I won't become too emotional. And I made sure that I go to the counter, to the Air India counter, to get an actual boarding pass for this flight, because I want to keep this as a memory and I didn't want to do like the mobile boarding pass or have like a printout. So I've got this and I'm really excited. You know, the really interesting part about it is that some online websites show that the flight is cancelled and that it's not operating on the 747. So till this morning, we weren't really certain that it would be the 747 that's operating from Delhi to Bombay, but I decided to take a chance anyway and just come. And my Vistara flight landed and I saw the 747 parked and ready to leave. So I know for sure that it's going to be that flight, but I won't believe it till I actually see it and I'm boarding. So I have about 2 hours to go before I board the flight. So I'm going to go and sit in the Plaza Premium Lounge. As you can see, the Air India lounge, but I'm just flying domestic and economy class, so I don't have access to that fancy lounge. That's what the airport is. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, if I explain to some of my friends, they might not even understand that I've actually flown to Delhi just for the evening, just to catch a special aircraft, and I'm flying back. People are not going to understand that, but I'm really excited about it. I can see the plane from here actually. They've not put on the lights yet. It's all dark, but I can see it from there. I have a few feelings about taking this flight. I mean, I'm probably never going to take an Air India 747 again, and with it goes a lot of memories of my childhood as well, because spent a lot of vacations, a lot of time ever since I was born. When I was born in 1982, the 747 was in the prime of her youth, and Air India 747 literally flew everywhere. So I was coming from an airline family, an Air India family. We were literally on these planes every other month, and for me, hence, it represented a big it represented a very nostalgic sense of happy memories of childhood. So that's pretty much what I'm looking forward to today. So from the looks of it, we see the plane parked here. There's no crew on there yet, but so all the AV geeks are here, including my friend Vishal and Arjun and Angad. Vishal, how do you feel about, say hi to YouTube firstly, everyone on YouTube. How do you feel about boarding this unofficial, or let's just say one of the last 747 flights, because we don't know whether we'll be able to fly domestically on the 747.
Well, this will be my third last 747
mine
flight.
too, third last.
So
we've been doing it for the last couple of years.
Third time lucky, remains to be seen. Let's see how it turns out.
What are your क्या महसूस हो रहा है? What are your feelings?
I'm just glad that there's a 747 at the gate and not an A319 or a 777 or a 787 for that matter. So that's the big relief.
How does it feel? Say hi to YouTube.
Hey,
How does
YouTube.
it feel to be boarding this flight?
My first flight in any commercial airliner ever was a 747. It was an Air India 747.
This one or the old one?
It wasn't this. I was 12 years old at the time, man. I can't remember what reg it was, but it was a 400.
Arjun, how does it feel to be boarding this flight?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Give you an interesting story. My first flight on the
on the first Air India 747 was in 1971.
Oh,
And it was my very first 747 ride. I've never forgotten it, and I've been keeping up with it for the last 50 years.
so it's time to board the Air India 747 one last time, and really excited. I don't know, it's a bit emotional for me. So I'm finally inside the plane. I'm right in the front. I can't talk too loudly because I have passengers. It's really, really old but very, very nostalgic. Angad is here. It seems like we've entered some dark, dingy, like we've fallen through the looking glass into the 1980s, right?
Yeah, pretty much. 90s at best.
The 90s at best. I remember when these planes came out, there were no screens also. This is me on the flight, finally. We're ready for pushback, and this cabin is on the iconic upper deck of the 747. So, usually it's a very special feeling to be here. The last hour and a half just walking around the aircraft taking pictures, and Angad has been going crazy with it in his hand. Tell me what camera is this?
It's a Canon 70 Mark II
Canon 70 Mark.
with a 1018 wide angle, ultra wide lens and a 24-105 standard lens.
And I have iPhone 12 Pro, guys. Sorry, that's not a plus one.
Honestly, the iPhone 12 Pro is doing a fairly awesome job today.
Okay, anyway, guys, how did you enjoy your flight?
Oh, dude, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I'm enjoying everything.
Yeah. Look at the cabin, look at everyone in the back. So we've just landed into Bombay, and we're getting off the plane now. Just to give you a glimpse of what the cabin looks like. Angad there with his fancy camera. I'll say hi. And I'm going to click some pictures. It's 12:30 in the night, and I'm going to leave and go home. So, getting